Dear students, in our management process, we were talking about the functions of management. In my last session, we have covered the first function, which is the planning function. That was already been covered. Now the next function the of the management is organizing. Organizing is the another uh, important function, because organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work which to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority. It is establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing objectives. Organizing is the process of developing a structure of relationship among human and physical factors and activities in an organization. So thus it is the structure of authority and responsibility relationship. The process of organizing consists of various steps. These steps can be identifying and defining the activities to perform for accomplishing an organizational goal. It is the group of activities into a logical unit, assigning then assigning the activity to specific department, individuals, then delegate necessary authority to the department and individuals, then fixing the responsibility for the performance of these activities, then establishing horizontal and vertical relationship among the departments and individuals. A sound organizational structure is essential for effective and efficient management. It also facilitates the accomplishment of organizational objectives. It also helps in understanding what activities are to be performed and what is the grouping and sequencing of activities, who is performed them, who report to whom, who has the authority over the other, etc. So these all uh, concerned area is the part of organizing. Next function is directing. Directing function is the heart of managerial process. Why? Because directing includes the moving of actions and supplying stimulating power to group of person. Directing is concerned with the total manner in which a manager influencing action of subordinates. It influences and mobilizes individuals and groups in an organization to the desired task through leadership, motivation, communication, and supervision for accomplishing objectives of the organization. It may be pointed out that function is called by different names, including leading, motivating, actuating, etc. However, the meaning and scope of directing function will remain same, because it involves with the various subfunctions. These subfunctions are leadership, motivation, communication, and supervision. Let's talk about one by one. First sub function of directing is leadership. Leadership is the ability of a manager to induce subordinates or followers to work with the confidence and zeal. Leadership is the process of guiding and influencing behavior of subordinate to work willingly for attaining objectives of an organization. Leadership always play a vital role in the management, because the ability of leadership usually determines success and failure of an organization. There are various different type of leadership styles, and every manager must develop and adopt the style of leadership that can best inspire the individual group of the organization of higher and effective and rewarding performance. Next sub-function of directing is motivation. Motivating means arise desire and wishes in the minds of subordinates to do the best for the organization. It is a process of stimulating or inspiring individuals and groups to do things with utmost zeal and enthusiasm. Motivation is satisfy need and meets the expectation of employees. It always creates the willingness among the employees to contribute more to their jobs, and this leads to higher performance. Moreover, we can say motivated employees can readily accept organizational changes in all these all helps in achieving organization goals effectively and efficiently. Therefore, we can say the task of every manager to motivate his subordinate, and he must use financial as well as non-financial incentives to motivate the employees. He must make every effort to satisfy intrinsic and extrinsic needs of the employees in order to motivate them. Next subfunction is communication. Communication is the process of exchanging of information, facts, ideas, emotions, and understanding by two or more persons. It is a systematic process of conveying or exchanging, carefully listening, and understanding of the message. Communication is successfully only when desired response is elicited. Therefore, we can say every manager must develop sound two-way communication system. Moreover, we can say he must also be responsive to the feedback and communications received from the subordinates. Communication is fundamental and vital to all managers. It is also the basis of action and cooperation. Sound communication system gets ideas and instructions understood properly results in increased performance and morale. It helps in coordinating activities in an organization. The supervision is also the important subfunction of uh, directing. Supervision is an essential subfunction of directing process because supervision is made up with the two words super and vision. Supervision therefore means overseeing by some superior of the subordinates at work, and every superior has to see that his subordinate work as per plan and standards. So the supervision is the process of ensuring performance of subordinate in accordance with the plan, policies, programs, procedures, methods, rules, etc. So though supervision is very important at every level of management, but it is mainly concerned with the operative level of management. A supervisor is usually a first line manager, and he deals with the rank and file employees. He also teaches his subordinate the way in which their job can be performed best. He also explains them the supervisor also explains the procedure, methods, rules, etc. for the organization. So moreover, we can say supervisor also looks into the problem and grievances of his subordinates and helps them in resolving the same. Controlling is also the other function, important function. Controlling is the final function that can every manager perform. Controlling is also the process of ensuring that every activity in the organization is being performed in accordance with the plans. In other words, we can say controlling is the process of measuring, comparing, and correcting the performance in order to ensure that things are performed in accordance with the plan. The controlling function involves with the various steps. The first step is establishing standard of performance of activity. Every standard activity, there is a standard of performance, it will be established first. Second, measuring the actual performance. Then third process is the compare actual performance with the standard of performance, which standard of performance which has been set uh, in the first step. Fourth step is finding out variation between actual and standard performance and the reason behind it. Fifth step is taking the corrective steps to remove significant variations for ensuring the performance as per the plans. So, the process of controlling is not only concerned with the ensuring performance but also with the proper use of resources. It is concerned with the regulation of behavior and activities of individual and groups in the organization. It it never aims at controlling the individual and groups. So manager develop and use many actions, procedures, systems, rules, programs for ensuring proper control. So these all are the functions of management, which is very important part, and we will discuss separately all the four functions in our upcoming units. Thank you for today. Thank you.